Hello.
Hey.
Hi.
Hey. Wow.
Hi.
How's it going,
Hello.
everyone?
Hi. We're here now.
We are.
We exist.
I definitely don't know if that's true or not, but
I also don't know. I guess we're going to find out.
Oh, man.
welcome to the Flying Saucer Morning Show.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Coffee with James and Friends. Today, my friends are Jacob.
Hello. Hi. It's me, Jacob.
And Cameron.
Huh?
And, oh, that's good coffee. Oh, that is actually really good coffee.
Cheers.
Hey, we got matching mugs.
Hey.
Matching
heck
snap
yeah, man.
mugs. I didn't know we had two of those. Wait, what?
Yeah, I actually didn't. I didn't either.
Cool.
All right.
I have a Magic Gathering mug.
Apologies for being a little late. I blame Graham. Apparently, he went a little late with Destiny 2 last night. So we're here, and we're going to hang out, and we're going to chat.
Hello.
We're going to drink coffee.
Yep.
And we're going to have a good time. And hey, right now, I love this. I don't have to get up early tomorrow morning. But yeah, we are doing a Sub-A-Thon still. Sub-A-Thon. And really quickly, just a reminder, the way this thing works is every time you sub to the channel, whether that be through a resub, just a normal old Twitch sub, Prime sub, or a gifted sub, 1 minute is added to the timer, just like Jill Xe just did there by gifting 5 subs and adding 5 minutes to the timer, which is fantastic. Thank you.
Amazing. Thank you.
So yeah, that's the way to make the timer go up. You can also do it with bits. 400 bits will get you an extra minute as well. Look at that, we're above 23 hours again already. And yes, down below again. 400 bits or multiples thereof. If you give us 800 bits, that'll add 2 minutes. If you give 1,200 bits, that'll add 3, so on and so forth. And that's how you make the timer go up. It is a capped Sub-A-Thon, which means we cannot go any later than Saturday around 2 p.m. And I think so we're like 1.5 days in right now. We got about 24 hours left on the clock. So, you know, we're working our way there. We're working our way there. Thank you all so much for all the support already this morning. That's fantastic. Let's see if by the end of Coffee with James and Friends, we can guarantee tomorrow's episode
Of
of
Coffee
Coffee with James and Friend. Only one friend tomorrow, but that's fine. It's Alex. It should be fun. Here's a fun fact. I don't think I've ever in my life spent 2 hours alone with Alex.
I wish you the best of luck.
Yeah.
Thoughts and prayers, man. Thoughts and prayers.
Well, I've never had difficulty filling 2 hours with Alex.
No, I'm not actually at all concerned at all.
All right, there's a lot of crime that can happen in 2 hours.
Absolutely.
That's true.
Yeah.
Well, like on camera in here, the problem is that all the crime we're going to be doing is probably towards one another, right?
Yeah.
I was just thinking you were
like-
just both so cute it was criminal.
That doesn't sound right.
Yeah.
It's too early to be cute. It's much too early to be cute. Can you all hear music? There's supposed to be some music playing. I don't know if you can hear that. Can we hear the music? I
cannot hear the music.
Not
Hold on 1 second.
not anything that I don't hear normally.
Yeah.
It's mostly just Godsmack playing over and over
Yeah.
again in my head.
Yeah, I've just got, Disturbed playing on loop.
Yeah. that. I mean, it could be worse. It could be Drowning Pool.
Oh, wait, is that Drowning Pool? Who's down with the sickness?
Down with the Sickness is Disturbed.
Okay.
Drowning Pool is Bodies.
Right,
Yes.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
You hear music now?
Yes.
Excellent. Twitch
Yes.
chat, do you hear music now? And is it too loud? This is the joy of this show. There's no Paul. There's just me.
James is Paul today.
Yeah, music is good? Great. Cool. All right.
I mean, speaking of let the bodies hit the floor, I once knew a guy online. Okay, in Warhammer, the Imperial
Okay.
Guard.
Yep.
You know their gunship.
Hold on, can you pause just 1 second?
Yeah.
You're the one that put us together.
Yeah, I know. I just thought it would take longer than 3 minutes.
Sorry,
No.
he hit one of the things that I remember as being
Yeah.
related to Warhammer, which took about 3 minutes.
So the Imperial Guard.
Yeah, you know their Valkyrie gunship, dropship.
Yep.
He
Just
was
learned
gonna
about that.
He was gonna rig his up with speakers and like a little MP3 player so
Mm-hmm.
that it could play music, and he was going to have like the traditional array of things like Ride of the Valkyries.
Valkyrie, yeah, of course, yeah.
The song from Predator, Long Tall Sally.
Flight of the Bumblebees.
Yeah, things like that. And then he was like soliciting other songs to go on it. And I suggested It's Raining Men.
Yeah. That's
And then I
awesome.
think he also had Bodies. Because
that's
like
lovely.
it's a vehicle that the soldiers repel from.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
so
really good.
I feel like a good paratrooper song is Let the Bodies Hit the Floor.
That's very clever.
That's a
Yeah.
great. That's amazing. All right, so let's kick things off here. What was your childhood like?
Oh, well, bad.
Oh,
That's, there you go.
Jeez, James.
I spent a lot of time in the woods.
I mean that sounds kind of cool.
Yeah, I spent a lot of time in the woods. Let's go over the positives. I spent a lot of time in the woods. Did a lot of make-believe by myself, which absolutely explains my obsession with TTRPG. I can tell you one story from my childhood is how I bought my first D&D book.
Okay.
Because I got into D&D when I was a wee lad during the thick of the Satanic Panic. So in upstate New York, we'd go and visit relatives and things like that, and I had secretly saved up a bunch of money because when we'd go to the laundromat to do laundry, there was a bookstore right next door, and that's where I'd go and hang out in while the laundry was going. And up on the top shelf out of reach was the D&D Rules Cyclopedia.
Yeah.
Which was kind of like the AD&D sort of light version. Big white book.
Yeah.
Red dragon on the front.
Yeah, I remember it.
Yeah. Was the Rules Cyclopedia. So I just kept saving up like little bits of money and would start bringing my backpack with me. I was 8, I think, at the time. Like I was a wee bairn, and I kept bringing my backpack. I would throw random stuff in it, like snacks and things like that, for like a year, just to kind of condition the people that were watching me that a backpack was appropriate for me to have, because I had to bring all my stuff. I would even pretend to do schoolwork and things like that. And I would save up money and had to sneak into and sort of like made friends with the bookkeeper, so eventually I could buy it myself and sneak it into my backpack, and I kept it underneath the mattress like it was porn.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it was just not like it was not a thing. That's the book. That's
Yeah,
the book
I
right
remember
there.
that book.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
I remember we used to have a down where Games Workshop used to be in town, and right around where Curious Comics is. There used to be a used bookstore where GW used to be.
Okay.
Or not where it
Right.
used to be, but in the same building.
Yeah, Snowden's, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was it Snowden still here when you moved here? Oh, that's awesome. Okay. That place was like heaven when we were teenagers because
Little context.
they sold all the D&D
Okay.
that you could ever want. This guy was a huge D&D nerd. But then he also, and it's funny that you mentioned porn because he also had the back room.
Of course,
That we
Yeah,
would
of-
all sneak
of
into.
used porn.
Of used porn, and it's just
Lightly
ugh,
used.
ugh.
Yeah.
But we were like 14, so like
It didn't matter.
Yeah, it didn't.
Yeah.
You just didn't care.
Secondhand porn, still porn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was 14, and I think the first D&D book I ever bought was I feel like it was like the Ranger, like
The
class,
handbook?
the class book or
Oh,
whatever.
yeah,
it
the
was.
AD&D second
It
edition,
honestly
like
might
brown-
be
brown
somewhere.
cover?
Yeah, it honestly might be somewhere on the shelf or somewhere
right.
because it all got bundled into Bill's collection. All the old D&D books. I don't know if they're over there somewhere, but yeah, that was I think the first book I bought because my first character I ever built for Temple of Elemental Evil was like a halfling ranger or something like that.
What was your animal companion?
A snake.
What was the name? You remember?
I can't remember the snake's name. I don't remember. What's worse is that I ended up getting killed by a snake later in the gameplay at some point.
Wow, betrayed.
Yeah, it was just like boo. It was like a snake in like a fireplace or something like that. I don't remember. It was so long ago, but man, that was good times. Can't see it.
I don't see any of the
Old ones.
Yeah, I don't see any of the old books.
Yeah, I don't know where they got to.
I don't know if they made
They
it
used
up
to
on
be
the
around
shelf.
here somewhere.
Yeah, no, I just see a bunch of the 5th ed stuff.
I remember those 3rd edition, like brown cover books, because I had the fighter one, and nobody would let me play the Master Samurai. Does anyone else remember the Master Samurai from the Fighter Splat book?
Oh yeah,
That thing was cracked.
yeah. It was.
It had like Supreme Cleave, where you could take a 5-foot step between cleave attacks.
Was this the 3rd edition one?
Yes.
Oh, the 3rd edition.
Yeah.
Okay, yes. Yeah. That was.
It was not okay.
No, it was broken.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, they could just keep walking and murdering things, and so long as they kept murdering things.
Yeah, they got to keep murdering things.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was very much like, this is my first prestige class I'm going to design.
Yeah.
It is a fighter that is good at killing goblins. And you're like, cool, bro.
And then they made an anime about it.
Yo, Farabender, thanks for the 12 gifted subs.
Oh, hey, all right, thank you.
I appreciate that.
Heck yeah. What was the name of your first character? Do you remember?
It was Lucian.
Lucian?
Luzina.
Dude,
Which is
solid name.
Yeah,
Yeah,
which is kind of
yeah.
followed for a very. I've used that name a lot. Like, one of my first handles was Lucian. I named most of my WoW characters that as well.
Hell yeah. I have a theory that it is very rare for somebody's first character, like their name, to not contain a Z or a Y.
Yeah, yeah.
Straight up.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, yep. What was your first character's name?
I forget, honestly.
That's a long name.
Yeah.
I honestly forget what his name was. I remember he was a fighter in Birthright.
Oh, no. Wow,
Birthright.
Yeah.
I ran Birthright when
It was
we
kind
were.
of a cool setting.
Wow.
I loved Birthright. I mean, to the degree of which I understood it when I was running it when I was like 12 years old. But I remember running Birthright campaigns.
Wow.
Yeah,
That takes me back.
I assume it was a cool setting because all our DM really wanted to do was have us wander through the woods and then ask who was on watch. And then if nobody was on watch, somebody would steal all of our stuff in the middle of the night. Like, we would be in the middle of like the wilderness with no one around. We hadn't seen anyone in weeks. And you know, if someone fell asleep on second watch, everything was gone in the morning. So I assume there were just like a pickpocket army just out of sight around us.
That has very strong, like, young newbie DM vibes.
Yeah.
Like, this'll be
Young
cool.
newbie 90s D&D
Yeah,
vibes.
yeah, absolutely.
And then,
Where
like,
it's just like punishing, because you're just punishing your friends, basically.
yeah. And then the other thing that he did to us was we were navigating like a narrow mountain pass, like, you know, sheer rock above us, and then like certain depth below us, and then like a little 5-foot wide path. So we're like walking along that. You were ambushed by 6 ogres. Just like, Dave, where did they come from? They sprang out of ambush. Roll initiative.
Did you mean to say a bush?
Yeah,
Where?
who are they waiting for? We hadn't seen anyone. Were they just like here for weeks, being like, this is gonna be?
Yeah. Man, when somebody comes along, it's just gonna be so good. God. Let's see. My first character's name was Brendan Brimstone
Yeah.
Nice.
Love the alliteration.
with a
though.
Y.
Yeah.
He was a fire mage. That's all. Yeah.
Wait,
it
with a
was-
Y in both names?
Oh yeah.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, sick.
Why, have we met?
Yeah.
Of course, there was a Y in both
Yeah.
names.
Brimstone with a Y is
It's so
exquisite.
good, yeah.
I was I was the kid at the gaming store that nobody had the heart to tell to go away, and just kind of weaseled my way into games because I had no social skills, and nobody wanted to tell me to go away. I was the annoying kid hanging out in the store. Like, absolutely. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Oh, I oh my God. Oh, you're like, what was your childhood like? I was a cliche. Like, that's like 100%.
Oh yeah.
The amount of hats, like trilbies and fedoras that I had when I was younger, off the charts. Well, I got them inherited by older relatives, and I would,
So you would have been wearing them way before the trilby crest of the mid 2000s.
Oh man,
Way ahead of the curve.
Oh,
yeah, way ahead of the curve.
100%
Yeah, this would
ahead
have
of
been
the curve.
early 90s, right?
I got swirlied way before a lot of my peers. Yeah, it was definitely the early 90s. Like,
Oh yeah, I was
flat caps,
yeah.
trilbies. Yeah.
If you want to ask me how my childhood was, I was consistently being bullied at like a 10th grade level in grade 6.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, way ahead. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. No, that's what pissed me the. Can I swear? Or
Yes.
what are we
Yeah.
trying? Okay, great. That's what pissed me the fuck off about like the fucking neckbeard milady toxic masculinity, or I'm sorry, toxic positivity bullshit. Is I couldn't wear hats anymore without being labeled a bag of dicks.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's time
apparently, like-
I think it's time to bring them back, though. I like hats.
Yeah. Well, like apparently the milady guy, you know, the iconic trilby guy.
Yeah.
He's apparently quite nice. He does a lot of charity work.
Oh, I'm certain that yes, yeah. But good lord, oh god, I was so excited to buy my first trench coat.
What year?
Blade.
Yeah. Okay.
So 98.
Yeah.
Yeah. Before the Matrix.
Yes.
So you were like, when the Matrix came out, you were there for it.
That's correct. Yes. Except, it was not black. It was not leather. I insisted on a forest green trench coat.
Oh hell yeah.
Huh.
Yep.
Wait, but what material? Just like
Cotton. Yeah,
Okay.
Just
Yeah,
straight
yeah.
up cotton linen blend.
hell yeah.
Yeah. Nope. Yep. No, I had a trench coat for a very long time. Definitely had that katana with the dragon on it.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. Like a cliche. Just every
Just through and through.
every trope imaginable. I was there, unabashed.
Hell yeah.
Good lord. Yeah. Oh.
Man, the fact that no one can get a Blade remake off the ground is nuts to me.
Are they not doing the new one? With,
I mean,
apparently,
they've been working on that movie for 5 years now. It's just been stuck in hell.
Yeah, like you would think the formula of have Wesley Snipes kill vampires with a katana
Yeah, it
would be
would be
kind of like, it's right there. It's like, just reissue Blade. Put Blade back in theaters again. I would
That's
go
all
to
you
see
have to
Blade
do,
back
yeah.
in theaters
4K
again.
remaster.
Yeah.
Give me a 4K remaster of Blade, because the movie, as far as I remember, ruled.
Yeah. No, the first Blade movie was.
Blade holds up.
Does it?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because it had Udo Kier in it, didn't it?
I don't know who that is.
Udo Kier played, he always plays like this weird German pervert. He looks like he's been laminated. He's got like a really high forehead.
yeah,
and like
yeah.
ice blue eyes.
Yes,
And
yes,
he
yes.
just shows up. It would be like, are you making a monster movie? And Udo Kier would just show up, right? He was in absolutely everything.
Yes.
And I think he plays like the elder vampire that the villain drives out to the beach and like incinerates in the
Yep.
morning.
We're gonna be gods. We're gonna be naughty vampire gods. Oh my goodness! And the music in Blade, so good.
Yeah, Udo Kier was in Warhol's
On a-
monster movies. He was in Flesh for
What was on
Frankenstein.
that soundtrack?
And I don't remember the Blade soundtrack because now I'm just confusing it with the Spawn soundtrack.
I believe I can answer your question.
Okay.
What was on the Blade soundtrack?
Yeah.
Glory.
Love that.
Just gold.
Didn't it have Tracy Lord's DJ set?
I believe so. Yeah. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What? I'm gonna. That's what I'm gonna be listening to today.
Now I just have Trick
Now
Like
I
I Do
want
stuck
to go. I just
in my
want to go
head.
watch Blade now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you stream Blade?
The amount. How much do I want to get on a nerdy high horse? All right. So I'm gonna share a personal gripe. So I would watch a lot of movies, especially like the vampire movies, like the late 90s, like 2000s, like
Right.
Underworld and all that, of course.
Queen of the Damned.
Queen of the Damned.
Yeah.
The amount of Vampire the Masquerade shit that those movies just straight up stole.
Yeah.
Incredible. When I watched Underworld for the first time, everybody was like, "Oh, this is so cool! Kate Beckinsale's so hot!" I literally sat there in the theater just going,
This is all stolen. I know what that's an abomination.
"Yeah. Oh, it's so original! Vampires fighting werewolves and them being eternal enemies!" And I'm just like screaming at like my collection of books, just being like, "You don't know! None of you know! Heathens! All of you are unclean!" Yeah,
That's my OC.
Yeah, right.
You stole my OC.
God damn it. Oh, gee. Oh, my God. When
Like the vampire with two whips.
Yes, and when I saw Gangrel the wrestler for the first time, I just about popped a blood vessel. Like, I was like, how are they getting away with this? God
It's like-
damn.
As White Wolf's one lawyer is just like, I don't have time.
Yeah, sure, what can we do about this? Make so much money suing people for your IP. But they didn't. They just didn't. Oh man, it made me, oh God, it made me so mad. It made me so mad. Oh,
Oh wow! And then there was the Vampire the Masquerade TV show,
no.
which was done by the Cop Rock guy.
Yeah.
Really?
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And it was just like, I remember that show was like, I had friends who bought it on DVD when the DVDs came out, and they're like, "It's fine. It's cool. Do you want to come over and watch it?" The Nosferatu is kind of also a Malkavian. They kind of combine those two bloodlines for the story. It's fine.
You've never seen this, right?
No.
Okay, so you don't need to know much about Vampire the Masquerade. That's totally fine. You understand that the sun is bad for vampires.
Yeah.
The first fight scene in that show takes place between two older vampires in broad fucking daylight on a roof.
They have 5 dots of fortitude. Th're fine.
Do they explain it?
No!
Don't they just sparkle?
No, that's like, no. They just.
They just do it?
Oh man.
Boo.
Every fanboy bone in my body wanted to like that show, but it's one of those things. Like I love Japan and things like that. Hate natto, like the fermented
I love
soybeans.
sushi.
And I'm like, no, this isn't right. I'm sure it's an acquired taste. Like I try to have natto once a year, and it's awful every time. And I try. It takes like about once a decade. I go like, Kindred of the Embrace can't be as bad as I remember.
Yeah.
And then I'll rewatch it and just scream alone in my apartment.
Like it's gotten worse somehow.
Yeah, right?
You watch Shogun, I assume.
Yeah.
I love the part where they're eating natto, and they're like, "Oh, you wouldn't like it," and he insists, and they give him some, and he's like eating it, and it's like, "Yeah, this is like cheese. This is like very bad cheese," and he's just like kind of eating it to be a good sport.
Yeah.
I need to watch that show.
It's honestly quite good.
Yeah.
It set up all these like it does this amazing job of like setting up what your expectations are for a show,
Yeah.
and then saying like, what if we delivered on it in an emotionally satisfying way that looked nothing like what you're expecting?
Sick. How many episodes is it? It's not many, is it?
Eight.
It's 8, yeah.
8.
I should, yeah.
They're full.
Yeah.
They're full episodes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So don't binge it.
Don't.
Maybe take your time.
I mean, like it's It's not deep material, but it is like satisfying narratively, and it's interesting. It's well acted. There's a great scene in it where he shows another character a map of the world, right, and explains to them like, you know, the political situation that he's in, and the guy he's explaining it to does this amazing job of face acting, where he's like, I'm not going to be extremely mad about this, but people are going to die as a result of what I'm being told here.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Because I have not, since I started like doing stuff with Loading Ready Run, I hadn't heard the term face acting a lot. Is that a bit? Because that's just acting.
Yeah, that is just acting.
That is just
acting
acting,
is
yeah.
when emotions come out of your face.
Face, yeah.
That's
but
true.
I've heard face acting a lot here, like from chat and from people in the office. And
I guess it's just shorthand for like
acting.
Acting,
a longer word for acting?
but like
Yes.
no dialogue, right? Like you're literally just, I don't know. I didn't realize that was a thing that. I mean, I don't know.
None of us are professional actors.
I mean,
so-
that's very true.
I mean, actually, we are professional actors. We get paid to do this.
Yeah.
So we get paid quite a bit more than many other actors get to do. See, face acting.
Did I?
Yeah, you did it. You're so good at it.
Did I? Do I owe you money? Why are you brutalizing me like this, Cameron? What did I do to piss? Did I accidentally eat your dog? Did you used to have a dog and now you don't have a dog?
Oh, I don't
because
like
it's
dogs.
My fault? Oh, God. Why, James?
I don't.
Why
know.
it's so early?
Yeah, today's word of the day is regret.
God.
there more
I still have
coffee?
a whole other day to go, Cameron. Oh, God.
Yeah, you're paired with Cameron today and then Kathleen on Thursday.
Oh, God.
You're doomed.
Do I owe you money?
No, I'm your friend here. Don't worry. It's the one to your right you have to worry about.
God damn it, Cameron.
I mean, that's the story of everyone's life. It's always the people to the right of you.
Yeah.
That are the problem.
Good Lord, is there more coffee?
There is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, go get more coffee.
All right.
Although we might need to make more coffee.
Do we? Did we already drink a whole pot of coffee?
Probably, yeah.
I mean, that pot should have it should be 1 liter, basically.
Yeah.
Okay,
It's
so-
on the smaller side.
Oh. All right, I'm going to go see if there's coffee left.
All right.
Oh.
You have to mute your mic.
What's that?
Mute your mic.
Yeah, there's the switch on the
switch
top.
on top.
Otherwise, they'll hear you.
Yeah, what do you think I'm going to do? Go out there and start a racist tirade?
No,
Possibly, I don't know.
yeah,
I don't know you. Just in case
Wait,
you go into the bathroom or something. I don't know.
Dicks.
How was the Lego game last night?
It was really good. We barely used the Lego.
Yeah. That's fine.
Jordan did an amazing job.
Hell yeah.
Their first time on screen streaming as a DM.
Yeah.
They knocked it out of the park. There were voices. Jordan had to rebuild the module basically from the ground up.
Yeah.
Because the published module is just apparently not interesting and not very fun.
Yeah.
And so
I didn't mute my mic. Nobody tells me what to do.
all of the elements were kept, like because the set comes with like a dragon and a beholder and a displacer beast and a bug or a owl bear.
I did set up the camera. We should show it off again. It's cool.
It's a really cool set. I personally love the gelatinous cube. And yeah, no, it was. Jordan did a great job.
Look at that thing.
Yes. Yeah, Jordan's debut is fantastic. Like, truly.
Like the dragon, obviously, great centerpiece, cool as hell. But like, look at this displacer beast.
Where's the gelatinous cube?
Around back. Oh no, I've broken it.
Did you know that Jordan pretty much rewrote the entire module?
Yes.
Okay, good. I'm glad.
Cube.
The cube is so cute.
The cube is adorable.
Very. It's even got like a little skeleton floating in it. I also like the black puddings.
Oh, that's very cool.
Yeah. And
That's
the
wonderful.
myconids. And then there is the owl bear, who has like a little face.
No! Ambush!
Mr. Lashy.
All right. Ugh.
I wonder if it would be possible to get like you know, like the clickers that change the slides on PowerPoint presentations? Mm-hmm. I wonder if it'd be possible to get a clicker to switch camera angles.
I mean, we couldn't find one of our USB USB extended cables is just missing, because last year when we did some stuff out here in the morning when there was no Paul, we literally just brought the Stream Deck out so that I could switch camera angles.
No, it's not. That's still wired though?
Yeah.
Unless there's wireless Stream Deck.
You can get Stream Deck. There's a Stream Deck app. We have to pay for it, which is stupid. Also, I was mostly just going to keep this very simple with a single camera angle, but yeah.
Oh, I was just thinking in general, like it would be fun to. There'd be a lot of goofs that we could do.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Yep. Especially if more than one person had the.
Oh god. Yeah. Just put them on a cooldown and fight for camera.
Yeah.
That would actually be that'd be a fun bit where you set up like an improv bit where you set up 3 cameras and they're focused on 3 individual people and they each have a clicker and they just randomly work or don't work. And when the camera's on you, it's your turn to do. You
have to continue the scene.
Do the scene, or maybe it's like a story that's continued. That could be kind of fun.
Oh God, my heart still hurts over your comments earlier, Cameron.
No problem.
I'm gonna. No problem.
If I sub for 6 months, does it add 6 minutes to the clock? I actually don't know. I don't think so, because I don't think you get charged all 6 months at once, or maybe you do. I don't know. You could find out.
Let's give it a shot.
Yeah. Science. Only one way to find out. You do get charged in one hit? Okay.
Then hopefully it should.
Maybe you do? I honestly don't know. I don't know.
Oh.
I guess it does make sense that you would get charged it all at once, because the idea is that you would save a little bit of money.
Yeah.
Today is TCG Day. No, today is Board Game Day.
Yep.
Today, so after this, it's going to be Adam and me down in Studio A playing Elden Ring. So Adam's going to teach me how to play Elden Ring.
Nice.
Should be fun. And then we come into here for Board Game Day all day.
I can't wait to watch that.
This should be very silly. I've never really played a Souls-like game, so it'll be an experience.
Elden Ring is very friendly. Just like once you beat the Grafted Scion, and then you beat the Tree Guardian, then it's pretty clear for the rest
Can't
of
tell if you're trolling or not.
No. Like
That's it.
it just sets you up against like 2 kind of like tutorial bosses.
Okay.
To fight right away.
I see. They're saying no.
One of us always tells the truth,
One of us
and one of us always lies.
Yeah.
And I'll let you guess which one that fucking is.
But yeah, no, it's Board Game Day all afternoon. I can't remember what we're all playing. It's like Camelot Super Cup, Monikers, Cartographers. There's like a dexterity-based Power Hour. There's one other game, and then I think we're ending with Heroes of Barcadia.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's the day. Should be fun. TCG Day is Friday.
Yeah.
Playing some Magic and then some Lorcana. You're on Lorcana?
Yeah.
You played Lorcana with us, right?
Yeah, I did a draft of Lorcana with
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. I'm going to take it a little more serious this time instead of just going, I want the cards.
I want the cards that you like. Oh yeah, I do remember that now. You
Yep.
drafted a deck based around feelings. That's your first mistake. In In competitive, I mean.
It's competitive. I was sitting and playing with you people are freaking machines. Look,
How many
It's
Dis-
not. I didn't think it was competitive, but people were just like, "Welcome to the grind, boy."
Welcome, let's go.
Like, yeah. Oh my goodness.
How many
Jeez.
Disney properties are there in Lorcana? Is it just like
Not
classic
enough.
animation?
Well, so right now it's
Can
all...
I get the alien?
No, so like right now it's all just like fairly traditional, like classic Disney cartoons, ranging from, you know, way back in the day up until recent time. Like,
Yeah.
but nothing like, there's no Marvel, there's no Star Wars, there's no,
Okay.
you know, they own 1,000 different IPs at this point, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think, I'd be curious to know if they ever really like ventured into that stuff. I don't know.
Oh, Gargoyles would be a hell of a get. Well, not get, but like, you know, the Disney afternoon set would be fun.
They do have a lot of the Disney anime, like the like Tailspin.
Yeah, Tailspin,
block.
Darkwing
Yeah.
Duck.
Yeah, they've
Yeah.
got Tailspin. They have the new. That's part of the reason why I freaked out is because they had a bunch of DuckTales stuff in there.
Oh, okay.
And all I wanted was Darkwing Duck, and then definitely not to steal it and hang it on my wall. Yeah, but I could 100% see them starting to venture into. You know what would make them money hand over fist? I mean, they're already making money hand over fist.
yeah.
Millennial nostalgia?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I would say, like, if they were able to cut a deal with Square and
Oh,
use their thing and do Kingdom
yeah.
Hearts,
Yeah.
like, if they had a Sora card, oh my goodness, yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, yeah, because it's interesting because like you've got the Star Wars card game, obviously. I'm really curious to see. I'm not a big Final Fantasy guy, but obviously we've got that coming to Magic next year.
I assume
that should be
like
the
Final
whole
Fantasy,
thing.
like the numbered games are going to be the source for the like draft set or the regular set, and then 14 will be the commander sets.
Oh, that'd be interesting.
Like that's how I would split it up.
That's brilliant.
That's
right?
really cool.
And then you would have like 4 decks, one of which would be the large woman set. What's her name? The Pirate Queen.
In 14?
Yeah.
Oh, Mabrina. Yeah.
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 And then you would have the like commercial city set.
Ulda.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you would also have to have an Emmett Selch?
Selk.
Selk, yeah. And then like there would be the bad guy deck, the Magitech.
Oh, Garlean.
Garlean,
Yeah.
right?
That's really smart. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
I would spend a lot of money on it. I would. Please let me know with enough lead time that I could just tell all of my other contracts to get fucked when that comes out.
When Final Fantasy comes out.
Oh my god, dude.
Oh, right, Moan Brida. Yeah, I remember when I was playing Final Fantasy XIV and I met her. I was like, why isn't there more like art and stuff about this large woman who teases the extremely bookish elf? Like this seems like it would be ripe for fan stuff.
Yeah.
She's going to die, isn't she? And she's going to die badly. Like the instant I saw her and realized that I'd never seen any fan art of her up until that point, it was like, oh, she's doomed.
Metagame brain sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. She's fine though.
Yeah, she's gonna do great.
Looks like Pharaoh Bender did the science, and multi-month subs only count for 1 minute.
Oh.
So now you know. Thank you, Pharaoh Bender, for doing the science there. Appreciate it.
Just input your information over and over again.
Make new accounts on Amazon.com. Sign up for Prime.
Oh.
I heard there's like a good emotional payoff for her character later. Well, not her character later, but with what's his name and her parents in a later expansion.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't want to talk about spoilers.
Oh. Okay.
I don't want to ruin it
Okay.
for people. I don't want to remember it. Okay. It's mostly it. It's very
Okay.
emotional. It's awesome. It's
Good.
Final Fantasy XIV is so freaking good. Oh, it's so good. Have you played it?
For a little bit a few years ago.
Okay.
I think during the pandemic sometime, I jumped on for a couple months.
Yep.
But I think my time with MMOs is just kind of done. I don't know.
So, with Final Fantasy XIV, the best way that I can describe it is the best single-player Final Fantasy game that I've ever played that other people happen to be playing at the same time as well. You
okay.
can play the game, you can play all of the story
Yeah.
by yourself the whole way through. Because even with a lot of the dungeons that are like required for the story,
Yeah.
they're just like, they figured it out and they're just like, yeah, here's NPCs. You can just do it by yourself.
Which I genuinely love. That
Yeah.
is a fantastic implementation and improvement on the MMO genre.
Yeah.
My favorite encounter in Final Fantasy XIV was I was sitting in the inn in like the Elven city. Gridania, right. And there was a bard who was playing all of the Goldberg variations.
Goldberg, like the wrestler?
Like the Bach.
Oh, Bach.
suite
Okay,
of-
all right.
It was somebody legitimately like on a synth.
Yeah.
Yeah, playing like all the Goldberg variations.
Yes.
Which it's like what you would learn if you're doing music, you were learning piano. The Goldberg variations would be like, you know, you're 14 and you have muscle coordination. We're going to teach you these.
Okay.
They're very pretty. Yeah.
I immediately, when you said the Goldberg variations, I was like, different version of the
gold,
Goldberg's, the wrestler's
Yeah, Bach
entrance
came
theme?
out and he was
Yeah.
covered in gold leaf.
Goldberg, the angriest Jew. Oh, what a good wrestler. He was fantastic. Well, you know, if you ever wanted to, I don't know,
Play.
have less time, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. I happily shortcut whatever you'd like.
Sick.
I don't actually expect this to happen because we're adults now.
Yeah, I mean, we were talking, Cam and I were talking on the way over here as well. I don't play video games like ever anymore. It's kind of sad. Mostly just on stream.
Yeah.
That's like the times I play video games nowadays.
Well, you've got other hobbies. You're putting your time into other things
Yeah,
for yourself.
no, absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, but it does make me kind of sad sometimes. Like I wish I don't know. I just don't find I have the patience for them like I used to. Like I don't feel like I have the ability to sit down, especially by myself. So like obviously playing an MMO would be a little bit different if I was actually playing with friends.
Yeah.
That would be nice, but yeah.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Oh no, I was just thinking about like the quality of writing in Final Fantasy XIV.
No.
Even like you know, people talk about like the big dramatic moments a lot. But a friend pointed out to me that the innkeeper in the Pirate City, oh my god. When you first get like your fast travel ability, he gives you a little speech about traveling the world.
Yep.
Right? And one of the lines is like, you know, I forget the world's name. The planet's name.
Heidelin or Eorzea.
Yeah, Eorzea.
Well, Eorzea
yeah.
is the continent,
Okay.
sort of. They've changed it a bunch. Anyway, it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
Yep.
but he says something like, you know, and she's a big girl too, with lots of interesting nooks and crannies. And it's just like, I know this man's character now,
Yeah.
right? Like, it was a very elegant way of like being just a little dirty,
Yep.
but like, I don't know, I appreciated that writing.
The the translation team, the localization team on Final Fantasy XIV is epic. Yeah, they're absolutely fantastic. Koji Fox is the head of the translation team, and he performs with their in-game band called the Primals sometimes, like in the fan festivals. Yep, he's got some pipes.
Okay.
Excuse me. Yes, there is. Can I ask you a favor?
Yeah.
Can you make more coffee?
Yeah,
Did you
sure.
make the coffee good?
Oh.
Yeah. Do it,
You okay
Cam.
with that?
Yeah,
You don't
yeah,
have
no,
to.
I
if
can
you don't
also
want
do
to.
it.
Okay.
I also love more coffee.
Thank you. Don't forget to mute, you know, in case you want to do
Yeah.
a
In
racist tirade. Yeah. Really describe it.
Just get right in there.
Yep. Just really bear down. curl your toes, punch the wall, and curse the name of God. How was your childhood?
I mean, it was pretty good. I can't lie. It was extremely, like, normal. I had...
Everybody thinks their childhood is normal, man.
Everybody
does.
I really do think it was, though. I genuinely think it was pretty normal. Like, the only thing that was, like, kind of, when I look back and think it was kind of weird, was I went to a Catholic elementary school.
Okay.
From grades 1 through 7. But my family is not at all religious. It was a good education. But so I had that kind of weird influence, that religious influence for the first, from 5 until 13. Which I think kind of has given me an interesting perspective. Like, we're not going to get into religion on the channel right now at 7 a.m., but I think that was kind of the weirdest thing. But, like, I don't know, like, I grew up here with, like, a mom and a dad who, when I was a kid at least, were happy. It's funny, Adam and I talked about this yesterday, but they divorced when I was, like, 26.
Yeah.
So, like, but they were good when I was a kid. I had a sister who was annoying, but, like, she was a little sister. She's 18 months younger than me. She's great now. Mama 3.
Okay, it worried me when you said little sister in the past tense. I was like,
oh, that's fair. Yep, that was poor life.
This is the man that just said his childhood was normal.
No, yep.
Okay.
I wasn't bullied. I enjoyed school. I don't know, man. I genuinely think it was pretty normal. I'm pretty lucky in that sense. And it is luck.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've heard way more people. It's been nice to hearing a lot more people in even more higher privileged positions than I am talking about luck in the last couple weeks. For some reason, I've noticed it, either because more people are talking about it or just because I just happened upon it.
Yep.
But that's been kind of nice. I like that. I like people acknowledging the fact that luck plays an enormous factor.
Yeah.
In the world.
the like, especially professional, like I talk about this a lot of, like, when I do, like, any narrative consultation work, or when somebody comes up to me and asks me the eternal question, how do I become a voice actor? How do I become a game designer?
Yeah.
Like, any of those questions, it's what you're playing XCOM, what you are, or D&D. What you are trying to do is you're trying to stack as many bonuses as possible.
Yeah.
In the hopes that, like, if you can get a modifier of plus 15, all you got to do is roll a 5 or above, and you'll get the thing.
Yeah.
But there's always going to be that chance that you're not going to get it, and that chance is going to be probably greater that you are. You just have to keep up with it. You just have to keep going. Having the fortitude, you'll eventually catch. And a lot of times you only need to succeed once, and that will give you the momentum or the permanent plus 10 that will allow you to keep doing the thing that you want to do. But it takes a lot of professional fortitude. Like, it took me 7 years to actually have, like, a solid VO career. Like, yeah, it's luck plays is probably the defining factor in a lot of people's success, including the amount of effort you put into something. You're just trying to stack bonuses. You've got to put yourself in the right environments. You have to put yourself, hopefully, in the right mindset. You've got to fight whatever frickin' stuff you were born with.
Yeah.
Or, unfortunately, rarely are things your fault, but they are almost always your responsibility. Luck is such a huge factor in stuff. Like, the reason that I'm even here is luck. It's because I was a voice actor on a game that Corey was working on. Got introduced to Corey, and because of Corey, I got to meet all you cool people and I'm part of the crew. And it's great.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, well, like, I was going to say, like, luck is a huge part, and then, like, knowing when you are being lucky and capitalizing on it also is a huge factor, and that's also kind of luck.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, you like putting yourself in the right circumstances for the opportunities to come and then you have to make the choice to actually do it. So like, yeah, like you have to put yourself in the situation to get lucky. Yeah. It's and sometimes you just have to make your own luck. You can't you have to think about what you can control versus what you can't. That's what I mean a lot of times by stacking bonuses.
Yeah.
Yeah,
For sure.
I thought Jacob met Loading Ready Run with Graham did his voice character. No. I hired him because I met him here and thought he would be good at the role, and I wanted him to be my fake husband in a video game. No, it was way before that. Yeah.
Hey, Alex.
Hey, Alex.
Oh yeah. Hey, Alex.
Good morning.
Yeah.
Do you think coffee's ready yet?
It should be
during
5
the
more
lull,
minutes.
I can wait. I can wait.
I realize this is the time I normally poop. So I'm going to go do that.
All right.
Remember to mute.
I shall not.
Yeah. Well, we can't hear it, so enjoy
Look.
chat.
Body doubling is very, very effective for ADHD brains.
All right. I just got a grocery list. You want to hear my grocery list?
I would love to
Ashley
hear.
literally just texted me
Okay,
my grocery
please.
list. All right, here's what we got. This is what I'm going to go buy after I'm done playing Elden Ring. Lettuce, tomato, carrot, broccoli, 2 red peppers, an onion, don't know what kind.
Okay.
I'll have to check in.
Right.
Snap peas, bean sprouts, veggie tray, garlic, avocado, lime, and a salad kit. Don't know what kind of salad kit.
Huh.
Hummus and pretzel chips.
Okay.
Cheese, milk, cream, butter, classics. Chicken broth, tortillas, salsa, taco seasoning, jalapenos, refried beans, tortilla chips, and peanut sauce. Gotta get some bacon, ground beef, and pierogies. And that's what I'm buying. Meal plan. So we're having pierogies one night, tacos, veggie stir fry, and nachos. It looks like.
Nice.
Wow, tacos and nachos.
You've been a good boy.
I'm lucky.
Yeah.
And on Friday night, there's a burger pop-up shop happening in town.
Oh, really?
Over at one of the Floyd's. Floyd's opened a new location over on the Gorge.
Okay.
And there's some burger pop-up thing that's happening on Friday, so I managed to sneak in a couple burger orders, so
Cool.
that's what we're having on Friday night after we're done playing card games.
Neat.
She didn't specify the milk either, 1%, because it'll be for her. Not chalky milk. It'll be 1% milk.
Yeah, my partner drinks milk, so I've had to buy milk for the first time in decades. And like, there are so many different kinds of milk.
There are a
because
lot.
I don't drink it, and I was just like, 1%, 2%,
3%,
whole milk.
homo milk, skim milk.
There are little cartons of something called whipping cream. I don't like.
What kind of milk do they drink?
She gets lactose-free 3%. I think.
3%?
Yeah.
That's some thick milk.
Yeah.
Thick milk. I'm a 2% milk kind of guy.
Right. Yeah. Homogenized. In Canada, it is homo milk.
Yeah.
Short for homogenized milk.
Yeah.
Which I think in the United States they call whole milk.
Yeah. They might have actually changed the branding on that, but it's so
Yeah,
ingrained in my brain
Yeah.
that it just comes out. Yeah, it's gay milk. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Milk's gay. You got a problem?
Yeah. You have 4.5%?
Wow.
Oh, that's really thick. Yeah, I grew up with 2%. Does it come in bags? No, you can't get.
That's like an Ontario thing.
It used to be a BC thing. I remember growing up, we had bags of milk. Like when I was a kid in like the 80s, we used to get. I remember getting still milk delivery.
Oh wow. Okay.
Like for like when I was like 5 or 6, like really young, we would get milk delivered every couple days, and it would come in bags.
Okay.
And then you would take the bag and you would put it in like a little Tupperware container, and then cut an angle at the thing, and that's how you would get your milk.
Oh, okay. We always just got it in cartons.
I mean, I feel like I remember my grandparents getting it still in glass bottles,
Oh wow.
but they lived in Oak Bay,
Okay.
and they were fancy like that.
Did you see that? Speaking of Oak Bay, did you see that Hide and Seek gets to keep its outdoor patio?
Yeah.
Did you see the comments from City Council?
Yo, yeah.
From Town Council? I love the one that was like, well, it's rather the poor cousin on
Yeah,
the block.
it's-
And I read that and was just
dude.
like, man, shut up.
So we go to hide.
Where
Like
do you think you are?
Ashley and I go to Hide and Seek every Sunday. I probably go there once a week as well, just to get a coffee. And like the couple that owns that place are just the absolute nicest human beings
Yeah,
in the world.
yeah.
I love them so much. And yeah, they got so much crap for this like sidewalk patio that they built during the pandemic for not looking pretty enough.
Yeah.
And
Well,
yeah.
Oak Bay Town Council was like, no, you got to tear it down because it's like occupying too much space.
Yeah.
And they were like, well, people like it. We have a bunch of things.
Yep.
So, can we keep it? And City Council was like, yeah, we were lying. We think it's ugly.
Yeah, we just think it doesn't look good.
Yeah. And
So now they've painted it.
yes.
And then on Sunday, so they painted it, because I went there on Sunday. They painted it sort of a base pink to make it look a little bit nicer, because it's now just not the raw, just bare wood. And then they had anybody who wanted to come by and paint on it.
Right.
And it looks super cute now.
Yeah.
It's very adorable. And like professionals came by and painted on it, and children came by and just scribbled all over it. And it looks, I haven't actually seen it in person because they did that on Sunday afternoon. But yeah.
Yeah. It was just such a like snotty series of behaviors
Yeah.
from the city.
Yep.
Oak Bay.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were talking about like some series of my snotty behaviors, and I was
Oh,
like,
no.
we could talk it out. Like that's okay. Like I understand what I'm about. But,
All right. I'm going to
Yeah.
go get more coffee.
No, sorry, it's Oak Bay being Oak Bay. Oh,
James, please.
just bring up the pod, actually.
Yeah, just
bring
bring
out
the
the
pod.
pod.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'll take my
Heck yeah. Sorry. What did Oak Bay do?
Oh, there was a local cafe called Hide and Seek that built a patio, an outdoor seating area during the pandemic.
Yeah.
And it was built, in consultation with the town and city planners and designers. And it's nice. You go, you can sit outside. It occupies 2 parking spots outside their business. And recently, town council was like, yeah, you have to tear this down. People are complaining about it. And so they got a petition and had like I don't know, 100 or something letters of support saying like, no, we actually really like this. What are you talking about? And then like the city council was like, yeah, we think it's actually ugly, so you're gonna have to tear it down. And then like there were hearings and yeah.
Snotty is the right
Like
term.
it was the most Oak Bay shit,
Yeah.
right? Like it was a bunch of people who think they're wealthy and a bunch of people who think they're British behaving like the villains in an early 90s movie where the hero is a dog that has to throw a concert.
Yeah.
Right?
They can only be defeated with the power of dance / music /
Yeah.
skateboarding. Yes.
And one of the quotes from them was like, it has been rather the poor cousin on the block. It's like, what?
Get all the way fucked.
Yeah. Like,
God
what?
damn.
Thank you, James. Much appreciated.
That's good. Thank you. Oh, that's good.
I should run for Oak Bay Town Council next
You
year.
should.
Yeah.
Do it. Hell yeah.
We're building housing, motherfuckers.
Before I went to go make the poops, which were fantastic, by the way.
Good.
Seriously, that toilet is
Yeah,
a
like
thing of beauty.
that's how I found out that I have a perfectly median asshole. Was
Oh,
when
nice.
it bullseyed
Just-
me unmodified.
Nice.
Yeah,
That's very cool.
Yeah.
It's just right down the middle.
Yep.
Just the true moderate of assholes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good. That's excellent. Yeah, the water wasn't quite warmed up when I used the.
just give
the
you an
bidet.
instant headache.
I kind of felt like I had invited Poseidon into my bedroom. So before I went to go poo, I saw a question. What's the weirdest voice role I've ever had? So I take private commissions sometimes. So I can tell you the weirdest character I've played, but the weirdest voice role that I've had, like the weirdest thing I've gotten hired for, was to read somebody's Star Trek /fiction,
Okay.
like to actually like record it, and it was way spicier than they had let on. But I'd already taken the contract. This is not public and shall never be. You will not be able to find this on the internet, thank God. But yeah, no, I read like what was it, that 1,500 word /fic of like Picard data.
Oh.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, I mean, like, Star Trek kind of developed a lot of the language around like /fiction and cross fiction, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, like, isn't the nomenclature for like character X character ship from Star Trek? Because it was originally like Kirk cross Spock.
I don't know. I'm not.
Okay.
I'm not versed enough in the history of fan fiction to know where the origins of that came from. But yeah, I think one of the what was it? I remember one of the lines. This was like, God, 8 years ago or something like that. But like, I think one of the lines was like, "Does your port have compatibility?"
That's your forehead.
Yeah.
I mean, Data does literally have the line, "I'm fully functional."
Functional. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm not sure it's ever like, it gets acknowledged enough how horny Gene Roddenberry was.
Oh yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
like I think people just look at the outfits in Star Trek and be like, and think like, man, the 60s were a different time, and it's like, no, Gene Roddenberry was just like lethally horny.
Yeah. Yeah, he was a pioneer in science fiction. You don't like science fiction is horny.
Yeah.
Fantasy is like typically horny.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. There's a reason that Kirk his way around the Alpha Quadrant. Like yeah.
Although I did really read an interesting essay talking about like how in the 2.5 seasons of Star Trek or 3 seasons of Star Trek, Kirk has 5 different partners or makes reference to 5 different partners. And like, he doesn't actually sleep around that much. And he's like, he gets portrayed as like this jock and a womanizer, but he really isn't. He's actually quite cerebral and talks about being like he talks about his time at Starfleet Academy as a giant nerd a lot. And Picard is actually the jock.
Interesting.
Yeah, like Picard got knifed in a bar fight.
Yeah, that's true.
When? What was that?
In-
I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm saying I can't remember.
In the academy, in like when he was a teenager.
Oh, yes,
In
yes,
Starfleet
yes,
Academy,
yes,
He got
yes. They were
knifed in
the
a bar
Academy
fight with
novels, yeah.
Nausicaans when he cheated at pool, or whatever space pool they play.
What a perniscus Frenchman. Oh, this has been great. Like,
Yeah.
legitimately, like
It's
this
just
is-
hang. I mean, it's kind of like it admittedly has some DB vibes, just chill, but way less people around,
Yes.
which is my favorite part. It's just quiet, except for us.
That's pretty.
Also, I like just hanging out and drinking coffee.
Yeah. Yeah, this is good. That was a good poop. Like, you ever had a poop so good you feel a little enlightened?
Oh,
after?
yeah.
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 We're just like, man, that
Like-
that was everything I needed out of that experience.
Yeah, like I feel like I feel like my blood sugar's really balanced right now. Yeah, it's great. You ever have a poop so difficult you have to take off all your clothes?
Yes.
Yeah. Yep.
Never had that experience. I knew a guy who was a machinesmith.
Happens.
who was a machinist, and he machined a steel plate with 2 handles on it that he just put in his
patio.
bathroom. Yeah.
That's the patio painted up.
I'm not sure he ever used it, but it was a great, like, prop. I guess he made, like, a squatty potty, is basically what that is. But the 2 steel handles on it, so you could just, like...
You can really bear the fuck down.
Yeah, just give her hell, you know?
I'm imagining somebody like needing to get into a position, just like, did you tacos? I knew the sushi was off. Oh.
Yeah, good one, Featherweight. Bro, I'm gonna bend those handles.
Oh,
my man fighting for his life in there.
The chill morning talk is shifted.
Oh my god. Oh, that's very good. Oh my god. Yeah, oh shit bars. Yep. Mm-hmm. Oh my god.
Yeah, when the toilet has a 5-point harness. Yeah, there's just a sound of shattering porcelain, and like a gunshot and the sound of shattering porcelain.
Oh my goodness. Carronade. Oh man. Yeah, when I was younger, you know, pretty much like Invincible. Like that's, you know, I don't remember having a tough poop when I was younger.
Oh God, no.
And now I have to be really careful about like what time I eat, or else I know the next day is going to be rough. Like
I just write a reminder to myself. You had beets.
Yeah, it helps that I don't like beets, so I don't. I do miss spicy food. God, I love spicy food, but I cannot eat spicy food anymore. It bums me out.
The carbonated beverages. I can't have them. It makes the devil talk out of my asshole.
Interesting.
Like it's just not good for me or anybody around me.
Yeah.
So I allow myself 2 carbonated drinks a year. That's it. When I know I'm not doing anything the next day, like that's pretty much it. And I know like with spicy food, one of the biggest indicators that I'm getting really stressed is when I start craving spicy food. When I'm like, oh, I gotta cut back on a contract, or like I've got to really pump the brakes. It's usually like when I crave spicy food, really want to play Elden Ring, or I want to watch like a Korean horror movie.
Okay.
Like where I'm trying, like my body is trying to get me to do something to like break through the stress cycle, to like complete the stress cycle. Yeah, that's when I know I'm really like messed up. What was your favorite like spicy food to eat?
Indian. Yeah, like really good spicy Indian food is just like it's so good.
That lingers.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
It's not anywhere near as good as it used to be, but Noodle Box here in town, the spicy peanut bowl, and it used to be so good, and that turned up not to like they used to do really spicy. I don't like spice to the point where that's all you can taste, but they used to do a phenomenal like spicy peanut bowl, and it was so good. But eating those now just destroys me.
Do you like spicy food?
I love spicy food.
Yeah.
I remember having a burrito that was so spicy, it actually triggered a momentary fight or flight reflex. Like I was eating it, and part of my brain was like, it's okay, man, I'm gonna get us out of here. You just gotta...
You ever have something so spicy you had a panic?
Yeah. Like I was eating it and I was like, oh, this is so good. And then like you can feel the little bit of sweat, and then like somebody opens the door to the restaurant and a cross breeze comes through, and you're just like, oh yeah, all right, I can keep going. And there was a part of my brain that was like, it's okay, man, we're gonna make it. We're gonna make it. You just gotta do what I say.
Run out that door right now. Run and never look back. Or like when you're eating, like if you're eating it, you just have this like involuntary reflex. You're like, oh. Just like fucking yeet the thing across the restaurant.
I feel like at some point we probably should just do the hot ones on like live.
Yeah.
The hot ones
Yeah.
challenge. Like
I'm down for that.
yeah,
man.
like it's such an easy thing for us to do, and like I think it would be very funny, and I would be interested to try.
I'm down.
Yeah.
We did something like that on Desert Bus for Alpha Flight.
Yeah, with Mikey, right?
Yeah, with Mikey. Yeah, with Mikey Newman. But I want to do the
Yeah,
I
just
want
the
to do the whole
proper-
thing.
yeah.
like with enough prep. I didn't go for like because Desert Bus is such a marathon.
Yeah.
I did not want to just be like, yeah, let's just pack it in. But if I'm doing it as a one-time thing,
Yep.
and I could plan the next day to not
Yep.
do anything,
Yeah.
then yeah, hell yeah,
And that's the thing, like it.
mess me up.
Like I cannot eat a incredibly spicy meal and just fill myself with food, but like I think trying those 10 different hot sauces, I could probably do
Yeah.
without completely destroying myself. So yeah, I definitely think that would be a good thing for us to try to do.
One of my favorite things that we did for live was when we collabed with the sandwich guy.
Roll
Yeah.
for sandwich.
Oh, yeah.
Roll for sandwich.
Yeah.
Like, I love food challenges, and I'll try anything twice just in
Alright.
case like I fucked it up the first time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's your favorite spicy food?
When I have the craving, it's usually Korean food.
Okay.
Like, give me. Like Korean food is it's worth it to me to go through the pain because it's so delicious. And I have a rule with spicy food. Once you take the first bite, you just have to keep eating.
Yeah, soldier on
because
through.
you have to soldier on through because it'll be like a low kind of burn, and then it's when you stop eating that's when it spikes. So if you take your time eating it, that's silly. That's a fool's errand right there.
Yeah.
You gotta just keep
Yeah.
shoveling it in because you're trying to outpace the devil.
Right.
Yeah.
My favorite spicy food story is actually like a Nigerian guy I knew said that his mother made hot pot that was, he really liked it. And he knew it was good because when his dad came home, his dad would just take off his shirt.
That's very good.
That's very good.
Yeah.
It's a volcano noodle.
Okay.
The Korean instant noodle,
Uh-huh.
the hot chicken. Have you ever had like the
No,
bulldog?
no, I haven't.
Oh, honey.
I recently found out that bulldog is by default vegetarian unless it's got like a specific meat thing in it. So I want to get some because I've heard it's really good.
How about after this, I give you a ride home, we swing by my place, I'll give you a couple of packets.
That would be amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got it.
Or,
Hell
well,
yeah.
actually, I'll need to hang out here, but another day. I would
Oh
love
yeah,
that.
I'll bring him in, I'll throw him in your cubby.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, that's my pleasure. Yeah.
Okay.
We're getting an H Mart soon.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going in where Toys R Us used to be, right?
I mean, it's been a long time coming. Hopefully they can get it open soon, but yeah, I'm excited to check that out.
I'll wait.
Yeah.
I'll wait.
We don't have any great, we don't have any at all Korean barbecue places in town, like where you go and you do your own thing. Which is kind of a bummer, don't we?
Sura on
Douglas there?
On Douglas there, yeah.
Do they actually have the grills again?
Yeah, they got the grills.
Okay.
I think. They
don't-
did. I mean, this is a couple of years ago.
Yeah. I haven't had a good Korean barbecue in a long time.
Usually
No,
when
right.
I go over to the mainland, I usually just go to Gyukaku.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is the
yeah.
Japanese version of that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. Oh, Gyukaku.
Do you guys see that Weird Al is releasing a new song on Friday? No. That's cool.
I wonder what it'll be. Maybe a Chapel Roan song. Something off Brat.
You have Toys R Us? We do. It did not die in Canada.
It didn't. Yeah, I'm gonna be going next week to get some Legos, I think.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Anyone read anything interestingly?
I just bought a new book. I've only read the first chapter. It is called Black Angels,
Okay.
and it is about
Go on.
it's about nurses in New York in the early 20th century fighting tuberculosis.
Oh,
real
interesting.
barn burner. Real
Okay.
fucking
That's
you know
awesome.
happy reading.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I picked that up a couple days ago, I read the first chapter. I'll report back.
Okay.
It's supposed to be very cool. That's what I've read recently.
I picked up a book called When We Cease to Understand the World. And I read it at MC Amsterdam because I was just like, I need something that isn't magic related, and I'm just going to like sit in the hotel bar and read this book. And it's quite short. And I picked it up on a recommendation from a podcast that I really enjoy. And when I got it, I went to the bookstore, bought it. And then I got home and I saw it was on Obama's reading list from 2022, and I was like, oh man. Oh, it's one of these. And then it was honestly quite interesting.
Nice.
And it actually got under my skin a little bit because it is the premise is it's one of these books where it is about scientific development in the 20th century and how that caused a bunch of problems that we are currently dealing with, but it attacks it from a very interesting angle, right? It's not like Oppenheimer, which is what if nuclear weapons were a bad thing? It's like, wow, what a controversial and interesting idea. It does something quite different from that, and it does it very lyrically. It's very pretty. I don't agree with its thesis, but it's that book where you're like, no, I want to have this argument, right? Cool. Oh, Brozart, I have the Overstory. I've never finished it. I haven't started it, actually. I've heard it's very good. Tabby Baby, the podcast was, it's part of Trash Future. It's their book episodes called Left on Red.
I am not reading anything anywhere close to as cerebral. I've been on a huge women love women, enemies to lovers, fantasy genre kick.
Okay.
The Nevernight Chronicles, just finished that, rereading that. I am actually reading ADHD 2.0, which is really great.
Oh, okay.
And The Priory of the Orange Tree, which was lovely. Mm-hmm. And I just started God Killer, which is awesome. I have been reading a lot recently. And then on audiobook, I've started tucking into some of the Warhammer stuff. I'm reading Ephrail, I forgot the last name.
Ephrail Stern.
That's it, Ephrail Stern, The Heretic Saint. I just got finished with Dominus, which had Caddy Necrons in it, which was
nice.
Incredible. Yeah, it's been lovely. Oh, and Burnout, which is the non-speculative fiction book that I'm reading.
Oh,
I'm reading 5 books right now. It's just whatever strikes my fancy.
Is that pretty much all fiction, too?
Most of it's fiction. Now, Burnout is about burnout because I have been experiencing it recently. Medically, my psychologist and my doctor were both like, dude, you need to pump them. Get breaks.
Yeah.
And ADHD 2.0 is very, very good. If you either have ADHD and want to know the newest science because it just came out in 2021, or if somebody in your life that is neurotypical that wants to understand ADHD a little bit better, it's good for it's awesome.
Cool.
Yeah, it's really good.
I recently had not super recently, but I had my favorite Warhammer novel replaced recently.
Oh, a new one became your favorite?
A new one became your favorite.
Yeah, I got a new favorite Warhammer novel.
Ooh.
And it was embarrassing. I mean, having a favorite Warhammer novel is inherently embarrassing. That is already, you're extremely deep down the rabbit hole at that point. People are like, what's going on down this abyss? And you're shouting opinions up it.
Don't look at it too long.
Yeah, it's once you're 4 or 5 kilometers down this rabbit hole, there you can start hearing me. But I really like No Fear, which is about, it's a Horus Heresy novel, so it's set in the mythological foundation of the setting. And it is about the Ultramarines, who used to be the most boring Space Marine Legion, and it takes them and makes them interesting. Because it's the story of how they got all of their compassion and patience beat out of them.
Nice.
It is about
That's cool.
Yeah, because it's about how this planet that they were building up gets absolutely totaled in an ambush. And it has a really good framing device, which builds tension because their entire, like, one of their doctrines in battle is that they start a timer when they start a conflict so that they can, like, sync up all the recordings and you can go to, like, a time mark on that recording and, you know, it would be synchronized and documented.
Oh, that's cool.
So it starts Calth mark, or Battle of Calth mark -30 hours.
That's cool.
So it's like this constant, like, slow tick ramping of tension.
That's really neat.
Yeah,
That's
it's a
awesome.
very effective, like, very effective, like, narrative device.
That's very cool. Had somebody ask, I forgot, I didn't see who it was as they go, of folks with ADHD that want to read books about ADHD, but because of ADHD don't know if they can.
Yeah.
So my recommendation for that would be, like, if your particular hyperfocus isn't, I need to know everything about my brain right now, audiobooks. Audiobooks and being very forgiving of yourself, it will, like, we have trouble remembering things, but that's kind of a misnomer. The information goes in, we just have trouble connecting it and getting the right markers attached to the right things. Audiobooks. ADHD 2.0 is great, and was one of the most valuable books on ADHD that I've read, as somebody who suffers from it a lot. It's excellent, and it's there's not a lot of, like, self-improvement books, or a lot of times are just like, oh, I'm the expert in this because of this, and there was one time when I was yachting with blah 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 blah, and because of that I had the inspiration to blah 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 blah. It's like, look, just tell me how to poop better. That's what I'm here for. Like, come on, man. I don't need to know how you invented the gold toilet. Like,
Right.
let's go. ADHD 2.0 is just written by a doctor who has ADHD and his friend who's actually organized, and it just kind of lays everything out really well. So audiobooks, don't be afraid to do things in chunks. Don't be afraid to forget about it and come back to it. It's great. Yeah. That's it. Oh, this coffee is you are real good at that coffee machine there.
Oh, thank you. I put the coffee in the filter.
George 0.29 mentions, as far as Warhammer stuff goes, Oculus Imperia, in my opinion, the best Warhammer lore YouTube channel on the planet.
I really like Arbiter Ian because he takes it from a not in-universe perspective, but he talks about, like, you know, we're going to do he does a video on something in the lore, and we'll talk about how it's evolved over the last, like, 30 or 40 years.
Oh, that's
in
cool.
retelling.
That's from, like, a historical standpoint. That's really neat.
Yeah, he does, like, historiography, basically, on Warhammer lore, and he talks, like, instead of trying to, like, rationalize things in universe, he says, like, well, Games Workshop started off writing it like this, and then they changed it like this due to, like, X, Y, and Z.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's
so
really
it's
rad.
a very holistic and, like, mature way of looking at the lore.
That's really cool. That's awesome. Muno card. When did Jacob get into the elaborate lore of Destiny? Yeah, I've listened to some My Name is Bife. I have listened to a lot of it. I played Destiny for a while. Played through Witch Queen? Is that the
Witch-
expansion?
yeah.
Witch Queen. Played through Witch Queen, and then bounced off the next expansion and didn't go back because
That's reasonable.
The lore is awesome and deep, and you have to hunt so hard for the story. There was nothing for me to. The cool guns were not enough for me to latch onto, so
Yeah.
I bounced off of Destiny.
I found Lightfall,
That was it. Thank you.
was not a great play experience, in my opinion. Like, just walking around Neomuna, you would be like, I'm going to go to do this activity, and I'm going to get on my Sparrow and walk along. Oh, I've been shot by a Cabal gunship, knocked off my Sparrow, and now I'm on fire. Right? It's like, I don't know why the random wandering mobs in that zone just kind of arbitrarily one-shot you.
Yeah. I bounced off it really hard. But the lore is very good. The writers are criminally underrated for Destiny. Criminally underrated for Destiny. And I just don't think... I think they got themselves into a hole early on in development, and they now don't have a good mechanism with which to deliver the incredible story that Destiny has.
Hopefully Bungie learns from, this little dipping their toe into a live service game. 15 years in.
15 years in,
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I've got friends that work at Bungie, and they, a lot of them understand kind of how it is, but that's just kind of what Destiny is at this point. And it is definitely for people. I am not slagging off on Destiny at all. It is a fantastic game. It is just not for Jacob.
Yeah.
That's all.
But the Books of Sorrow, cool as hell. Seth Dickinson did a great job with them.
Yeah. Yeah, those are cool.
I need to pick up Discordia. And friend of the pod, Alison Lurs, is now narrative lead at Bungie.
Friend of the pod.
Oh, sorry, it's something I picked up from
like podcast. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. Awesome. All right.
I think that might be a Chapo thing where they just refer to people as a friend of the pod.
What's Chapo? Sorry.
Chapo was an old leftist dirtbag left podcast.
Oh, okay, got it. All right, cool. What's your favorite IP, by the way? What do you freaking nerd out about? As far as fictional universes go.
I mean, God, it's changed. I mean, for a while there, I was definitely pretty hardcore into the MCU. I won't lie, but it's not that anymore. I don't think there's anything, honestly, in the last couple of years that I've been really into in the world of IP. I've been kind of burnt out on IP.
Yeah.
Over the last couple of years. Yeah. Just getting burned by too many different things over the years.
Yeah.
So, Minecraft, love it.
That deep Minecraft lore?
That deep Minecraft lore. Yeah. Man, Steve, Alex, whew. The zombies.
When they brought out Alex.
Yeah, that's freaking game changer.
They did a narrative game. My brain's not connecting the name, but they did Tales of the Borderlands and stuff. They did a Minecraft one, right?
Yeah, I think there was a Minecraft story mode thing. I don't think I even ever played it though. Was it Telltale? Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. Thank you.
Yeah.
I have to look that up, because what would the story be?
I don't even know. I mean, they're still working on a Minecraft movie with... Was it Jack Black and Jason Momoa are currently tied to this thing?
Oh, yeah.
But it takes place in the real world, and it's just what?
I'm
so confused.
They somehow made an emoji movie, so...
and a Battleship movie.
Apparently the Battleship movie kind of fucks for what it is.
Really? Oh, I never watched it. Oh, now I really want to know.
I think it appeals to
right,
old
Blade
men who
and
like
Battleship.
battleships.
That's what we're coming out of here with.
We need one more movie with B so I can get the Blade, Battleship,
and
Battlestar Galactica.
Yeah.
Miss Butterfingers. Well, it's time for more coffee. I'm starting to flag.
Ooh, there's more coffee too.
No, I really shouldn't. But, I definitely don't need to take my meds this morning. That's definitely enough stimulant for me. Holy hell. God. Somebody mentioned Bayformers. I can't start on that. I can't. We've only got 15 minutes. I can't do it.
Did they ever do anything with Vector Sigma?
I just said I can't do it.
Okay.
Why would you do that?
Yeah.
You looked me dead in the eye. You were like, "Oh, we said he can't do it." Did they ever do anything with this thing?
Right.
You know what my triggers are.
Sorry.
No, you're not. Don't sit here next to me and lie. Pour forth your falsity from your word hole.
Yo, Joseph Depp, thank you so much for the resub.
Oh yeah.
Appreciate it.
Jacob, did you know about the Transformers deck building game? Yep. We can't start talking about Transformers. We can't.
Fair.
I can't.
Did anyone watch the Netflix 3 Body Problem adaptation?
Yes.
No.
I kind of like it as a concept in that it posits that a big threat in the universe is aliens discovering the concept of neo-Malthusianism. Like, what if we have to kill everyone in the universe because they might want to kill everyone in the universe?
I enjoyed it. I thought it was pretty cool.
Yeah, I thought it had characters unlike the book.
Somebody gifted a bunch of subs. Thank you.
Oh, hey.
3, 2, 1 pants off, I think. Appreciate it. Absolutely not. These are staying on. Somebody asked what's coming up for the rest of the day. After this, I'm going to play Elden Ring with Adam.
Yep.
He's going to teach me how to play Elden Ring. And then it's board game day. And here, let me actually tell you what board games we're playing, so I'm not just trying to guess.
It's Camelot Super Cup.
Camelot Super Cup is definitely the first one.
It's Camelot. Hold on, let me see if I can remember.
Okay,
Hold
yeah.
on. Camelot Super Cup.
Yep.
Monikers.
Yep.
Heroes of Arcadia, and then a dexterity thing.
Close. You missed one. Cartographer's Heroes is after Monikers.
Okay.
So it's Camelot Super Cup, Monikers, Cartographers, the dexterity-based Power Hour, and then we're finishing with Heroes of Arcadia. And then tonight at 8, Alex is going to be playing some hard space shipbreakers, I believe is what it is fully called. And then Beach will be back later tonight playing some Fallout. And that is what is coming up for the rest of the day. And as of right now, I guess we're going until, almost this time tomorrow.
Tomorrow? Yeah.
At least for right now. So if this can be at 24 in the next 10 minutes, that's a guarantee of one more Coffee with James and Friend. And this is a capped subathon, I will remind you. So the longest we can go is Saturday at around 2 p.m. is when we're going to cut things off. If you want to make that timer go up, you can either sub to the channel, gift a sub to the channel, use your Prime sub, resub. Any one of those will add 1 minute to the timer. If it's a tier 2 sub, it'll add 2 minutes. If it's a tier 3 sub, it'll add 5. You can do it with bits. 400 bits or multiples thereof is going to get you a minute added to the timer as well.
Yeah.
Lord Gron, thank you so much for the 5 gifted subs. And Bisa Flau, thank you so much for the 5 gifted subs as well. Appreciate it. Eris of Space, thank you so much for the 10 gifted subs. Hell
thank
yeah.
you.
Thank you, friends. Really appreciate it.
Yay! For Galson, subscribe with Prime. We'll take it. Hell yeah, thank you.
How fast did we reach the cap last year? I can't remember. I think it was within the first 2 days. This one's taken longer, kind of by design. Last year we went for 7 days. We gave you 20 hours at the start. Jesus, all these subs now. Good Lord.
Wow.
Good Lord.
Oh my god.
Dread,
People woke up.
Meaningless Meg, Source Plays Games, Squirrel Earl, thank you all so much. I appreciate it. There's 24 hours. Boom.
Hey!
Look at that.
Thank you.
Guaranteed one more
Amazing.
Coffee with James.
Meg, thank you for the 10 gift subs.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what's going on.
Yeah, like, Three Body is kind of like inherently quite conservative in its politics, I think. But it has like this interesting angle on it where it presents it not as like an inherent thing of the universe, but a problem that other people might think is an inherent thing of the universe.
Interesting.
Yeah.
That's going to have to go on when Jacob has a little bit more mental space,
Fair.
I think, yeah. Like, I had trouble watching Shogun.
Okay.
Like, it was great. I enjoyed the hell out of it, but it went camping because it was intense. Like, yeah, it was just, woof. It was a lot. Oh my goodness. What's everybody doing after this? You're playing Elden Ring.
So I'm playing Elden Ring.
Yeah, you're
I'm
hanging out here
napping.
for a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Taking a nap.
That's what I did yesterday. It was
Good
great.
coffee nap.
Yeah, drink a pot of coffee, take a snooze.
Take a little snooze.
Hell yeah.
What do you-
Vibrate quietly.
What are you doing today?
I've got
work?
Yep, I've got fellow traveler stuff. I've got to get some things sorted out. Yes. What can I talk about? Nothing. Okay. Yep. That's what I'm doing.
Yo, thanks for the 4,000 bits anonymous.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you.
I mean, I can tell you what games I could like. I'm working on the product manager over at Fellow Traveler, which is an indie game indie game publisher. I'm the product manager for a couple of games. Times of Galaxy, which just came out a couple of weeks ago, which is a lot of fun. You're the universe's first robo reporter, which is cool. And it was written by Ben Gilnes, who was at BioWare forever.
Oh, okay.
And worked on both Mass Effect and Dragon Age.
Okay.
It's essentially like it's the Citadel DLC, but like a cozy indie game. It's very fun.
Cool.
And then Afterlove EP, which isn't out yet, but is good. So go wishlist it, I guess. Yeah. So that's what I'm doing for us today, and then I think I'm going to, if I've got time this evening, I'm going to paint some Necrons, or prime some Necrons that I've got. Yeah, my last little like Warhammer bits.
I should get my Imperial Guard, Veteran Guard kill team built.
I mean, I've been saying it for years. I think you should too.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I appreciate the support. I believe I can do it.
I think you can too. Do you have any anything that you're waiting to build? It's like aside from that,
It's all there.
It's all there?
waiting.
I
Necrons
promise-
are so cool though.
Yes. Yeah. I promised myself when I got into Warhammer, no pile of shame.
Yes. Yeah. One in, one out.
One in, one out. Yep.
That is a very good.
Yep.
It's a good thing to have.
Oh, I try to. Being a minimalist is hard. Like straight up.
Oh yeah.
Especially when you have adult money
Yep.
and like things like Warhammer.
Yeah.
But I have one case. I tend to look at my life like inventory slots because like I'm only allowed to have 4 mugs. When I buy a new mug, 1 mug has to go. So I have to like the mug enough
Yeah.
in order to slot it out. Same thing. Like I bought 1 small case for Warhammer, and if I can't fit anything in that case, something's got to get
Something's
sold
gotta
on
go.
eBay
Yeah.
or something like that. Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yep. I have a limited amount of space. Like embracing the power of limitation is something that really helps me manage all of the brain things. Yeah.
Sorry, just thinking of Warhammer again. Thinking of Warhammer. I read a suggestion for a version of Darktide that they would need to make with orcs. Like, could you imagine playing Darktide, but you're all playing orcs? And anytime you died, it says you was mucking about, and you just have to get up again.
I would play the hell out of that.
Yeah.
They did have, what is it, Blood, Guns, and Teeth? Have you tried that?
No, I
It's
haven't.
kind of like, you play an orc, and it's like this weird 2D sort of shooting platformer. It's great, because it
Okay.
kind of looks like Paper Mario, but you're orcs. Like, yeah.
Awesome.
Yep. Oh, it's so good. Oh, did you play Rogue Trader? That's a good question.
No,
Hungry
I haven't
Hungry
yet.
Hobo.
I heard Rogue Trader is actually quite good and suffered from the problem of not being Baldur's Gate 3. Like existing kind of in the same space as Baldur's Gate while not being Baldur's Gate.
I get that, but it's more Final Fantasy Tactics than Baldur's Gate.
Okay. Oh, okay.
I would look at it. I would look at Rogue Trader more like Final Fantasy Tactics because and
that intrigues me.
it's excellent. I played through the whole thing. I accidentally killed like 2 companions. Oh, it was
I heard
lovely.
the Dark Eldar companion is a lot of fun.
I wouldn't know.
Okay.
I'm sure they are. I'm sure they're great. I put a laser in his head. I thought he was a bad guy. I didn't know he was recruitable.
I mean, I think he is, but
Oh yeah, no, he's absolutely a bad guy, yeah. But he was just like, I'm gonna take you to a dungeon. And I was like, I bow to nobody. Go away. Flat.
I just want to play a biblically accurate Imperial noble.
You can.
Yeah.
You can.
I want to be like Baron Harkonnen in a powdered wig.
I don't know who that is.
Oh, from Dune?
From Dune.
Oh, from
Yeah.
Dune, thank you.
Yeah.
Dune is one of the things that I never, just for whatever weird confluence, never read, never saw, never got into. Like, it's one of the, not gaps, but it's one of the, kind of black areas of my nerd Penelope.
I would definitely recommend the two movies that are
the
two new movies.
The first movie was okay,
Yeah.
in my opinion. The second movie is honestly really good and starts strong and ends like it starts strong and goes hard.
Yeah.
Is it a trilogy or just two?
It will be a trilogy.
It will be a trilogy. Okay, I'm gonna wait till they all come out then. Yeah.
Yeah, like the first two movies tell a self-contained story.
Yeah,
Okay.
They do. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think they are planning on making another one.
Okay.
But yeah, I really liked Dune 2 a lot. I thought it was very good.
Okay. All right. I mean, so long as because I heard the original Dune wasn't very true to the book, but the new ones are.
Yeah, well, I mean, like in different ways.
Sure.
The David Lynch Dune movie suffers from and benefits from being incredibly batshit. And it's great, and it's honestly quite a bad film, but it's also kind of awesome.
Cool. Okay. Definitely a product of its time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Like it is true to the feel of the book in that it is incredibly batshit and nothing makes sense.
Cool.
All right. Hey,
Is that it?
it's 8 a.m.
All right.
We did it.
Hey,
We successfully coffeed and friends.
we did. This was awesome.
Yeah.
I thoroughly enjoyed
Yeah.
this.
And you get to come back Thursday, right?
Yeah.
And it's going to be you, me, and Kathleen.
Friday.
Friday.
I'm coming back Friday.
Who's Thursday, though? I don't remember now. Wait, tomorrow's Thursday.
Tomorrow's Thursday.
Right, it's freaking Wednesday.
Yeah. Yeah.
I actually kind of like this whole 5-day Sub-A-Thon thing. 5 days seems like a good amount of days.
yeah.
I kind of dig it. So, yeah, Alex tomorrow, and then Jacob and Kathleen on Friday. And then on Saturday, it's going to be a freaking party in here. It's going to be Graham, Jordan, and Heather.
Amazing.
So,
Awesome.
should be a good time. But yeah, we're going to get out of here and send it down to Studio A, where I will be in a moment with Adam playing some Elden Ring. But thanks for hanging out, friends. Really do appreciate it. Now I'm going to go awkwardly move into the broadcast booth. So you two say goodbye.
Goodbye, everybody.
When James awkwardly moves into the broadcast booth, I'm also going to awkwardly trundle into the bathroom.
Excellent.
Yeah.
I'll be here by myself.
I'll be doing the Dam Buster trundle in about 30 seconds here.
Oh, after we go.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you for not abandoning me.
No,
for
I wouldn't
holding
do
it.
that. Hold formation.
Thanks a lot, everybody. This is
Yeah,
cool.
this has been great.
Yeah.
All right. Bye.
Bye.